Friends, welcome to another episode of Auto Afflicted. Today we're out here junking for the A6, looking for interior trim. As you all know, I respect everyone's builds and to each their own, but as far as the A6 goes and the Castle Green skull, we need to delete that with extreme prejudice. So just here in the yard hunting A6s and looking to trim, and I think I see one right there. So we got this A6 2.7. Let's see, already the trim has been grabbed in a bunch of spots, but it looks like maybe we can grab the dash, the passenger dash there. Some of this back trim is looking pretty good actually too. I'm gonna put that on the list. Let's see if we can find something else. Alright, so it looks like there's another A6 down here on row 52. We'll go see if that has some good trim remaining. What is this? Alright, 51 and 52. It's obviously the A6 in question. This one's missing all the door cards. This is another 2.7T. It's missing quite a bit of the trims. There's this good bit of dash right here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that just as a practice. Could be useful. So there's some clips up on the back side here that you just push these prongs out and this thing starts to come out. Looks like someone's already leveraged it a little bit. You might even be able to get it from the front too. You do risk cracking the trim doing this though. So if you come from the back, there's some prongs to push. A lot of trim is like this. You just got to figure out how it works. See, it comes out pretty easy. It's got these are the clips on the back. You can see someone already cracked it by leveraging on it. I don't think that was me. Anyway, we'll stick this one in the bag for now. So in my haste, I hadn't noticed that the door cards were actually laying right here, leaning against the car with their backs out, and this is actually all the stuff I'm looking for, except for the fact that that first bit of trim that I got was a little marred. So I'm gonna go back to the other car and see if that's got a more complete set. So closer inspection of the A6 here, it turns out that someone has already pulled the trim on the doors and such, but it looks like they also left it here. So I'm just going to do a little bit more work and see about getting all of this trim off, because this is actually a black car, so it has some of like the black touch points and things like that I want for the interior of the A6. Quick slip, and a pop. Boom. Trim comes loose. Easy. Easy, just like that. I did this the first time. Nice chance to get intimate with the A6 without having to break mine. Had to take the whole glove box off of this in order to properly pop out this panel. As you can see, this panel's looking pristine, not like that other one that we got. So we're gonna pop it out from the back and be real careful. There we go, nice and easy. Ooh, nice and clean. What the clips look like on the back. Probably take these metal ones with us just in case we need them again. Trim. All right, so we got quite a haul off this A6, backpack full of trim. I'm gonna go look at the other A6 and see if there's something I missed. I also want to try my hand at pulling this certain piece and figure out how it works, because there's one on this one that I want. And then also down here, there's a bumper under there, and that might have a grill and some fog lights that I want, so we'll be back. Could be a long day here. There's a lot of things to want. All right, so second inspection, we want like the rear emblem, want that. Actually this piece, this light bezel, want that. There's no crack on the one on my A6. And what else did we want from in here? Oh, on the front, we would like this surround for the grill. It'd be nice to have some rings, but we'll make do. Final item on the list, this tailpiece. These things. Cut. All right, I found some T20s that were hiding. I've just been kind of going at this from common sense perspective, but it never hurts to watch a video to get it figured out, because it's the little details, always the little details. It's how you break something or take something apart the right way. There's always the right way. Sure, there's ways you can get it done, but there's definitely the right way. All right, now we should lift off. Oh, nice. Look at that, it's all like smoked out styles. Pristine, love it. Quick emblem snag here. You know, I don't know, this is gonna be one of the most beautiful junkyards. I haven't been to them all, but something about the junkyards along the Wasatch Front. Beautiful. Even in a junkyard. Basically living my A6 dreams. I really wanted to come here and find a bunch of trim to take care of all the skulls in the Castle Green skull, and it seems like I found it. Just like one or two pieces I wish I had that I haven't found. Like I could use some rings for this grill, but maybe I wouldn't be surprised if the rings off this A4 will snap on to that. So we're gonna take a look at that. And what else? And going back over here to the silver A6, and we're gonna have to do some heavy lifting and see what's up with this bumper. We gotta clear all that nonsense off the bumper so we can get a look at it. I swear this day just keeps getting better and better. I lifted this up, lifted the bumper up, got all the crap off the top of it, and sure enough, it looks like it's got what I want. Fog lights and the grille surrounds, pretty crazy score. Pretty hyped right now, this is insane. So easy. See, that's love right there. Wish my old lady would come with me to the junkyard. Nah, Joanna doesn't want to go. But tell you what, find you a woman that'll go to the junkyard with you. You'll be junking all your life. Interestingly enough, these A4 rings are actually a little bit small for the A6 bit. So, gotta keep searching for that. While I was hunting for emblems, I found this. Ugh. I feel like I can't resist taking it. So I brought a pretty limited set of small tools, and in my bag, I had this driver, this socket 24. What do you know? Perfect fit, but I got no 1/2-inch wrench with me. Now what am I gonna do? Pretty exciting A6 haul. Now we'll go turn this stuff in at the cash register, pay up, and play show and tell in the parking lot. You can see all this gold that I just mined out of this place. Unreal, unreal. Gotta say, almost everything I needed, like 98%. Well, the lineup here is no joke today.
Is the core?
Phew. That was like the longest checkout line. It's like just one person running everything. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, let's check out how much loot we got here. So pretty epic haul. The total $239 and change. Basically everything I needed, like I said. So I got the grill, upper grill without the emblems. I got the full lower grill assembly. Fog lights, which actually took damage. I dropped one out of my backpack right in the parking lot like an idiot. So that's 15 bucks down the drain. All of the trim really, it's all in nice condition. Emblems, switches, basically everything I need to delete the green skulls. So yeah, ridiculous haul. The fog light, you know, what would you call that? The casualties of war, just unfortunately that fog light fell out of my backpack and totally smashed. So that's a bummer. I'm thinking about going back in there though for the S steering wheel because I don't know, there's got to be a little money to be made on it, or it'll fit on the A6, which would be pretty sweet. Interesting A3 in the parking lot. All kinds of different rides. Another interesting ride in the parking lot. Stanced. The wheels are sick though, huh? So I just had an interaction with the counter girl who is a fan of YouTubers. She wanted to know the YouTube name so she could check it out. So I said, Auto Afflicted. Back into the yard. I know it looked like we were leaving, but I got this right here, which is a 1/2-inch drive. And if you remember, there was that S wheel on this A4 over here, steering wheel, and I didn't have the 1/2-inch drive, but then I remembered in my buddy's car was a torque wrench. So 1/2-inch, big torque wrench. We're gonna pull the steering wheel off here real quick, and Then we're gonna go test fit it on this other A6 over here before we decide to buy it and bring it home. Either way, it looks like it's worth like, I don't know, 115 bucks on eBay or something, but would be a nice thing to grip up on in the A6. So right there it is, the S wheel, got a little shape to it, little nice shape. Let's just rip this thing off of here real quick. Set to loosen. I want to put a little extendo on this because it's kind of touching the leather. I don't want to scuff up the leather. That's a waste of a good pull. It's so loose, I should have just tried to take it off with my fingers. Probably could have done it. So, I don't know, pretty nice looking wheel. Feels good in the hands. It's in nice shape. I'll cruise over here to the A6 and test fit this thing on here. See how this goes. Yeah, I finally got what I wanted.
Say, can I borrow a 10 real quick? She knows already those screws on it. I just need a size 10.
How long do you think?
Probably like not even 5 minutes.
Well, it's a no-go on the fitment. Splines don't match up. Kind of makes sense. I mean, Audi's not really known for making a lot of their stuff compatible year over year, but we're gonna take it out to the front and see how much the steering wheel costs, and then that'll decide whether or not we purchase it for resale. Looks like they charge 30 bucks for a steering wheel and sells for about 100 on eBay, so I don't know. It's worth it, I guess. Plus, you never know. Maybe someone local will want it, and that'll be easier. Have a good one, man. Yeah, thank you. They were borrowing tools. Queued up for the steering wheel, and they actually wanted 105 for it because it had an airbag in it, which I guess makes sense, but online I was seeing that they weren't worth that much, so I just left it there. If there's not money to be made, don't need to be playing around. Out here getting creative on this factory wing. Gonna wedge it in there. Gotta do what you gotta do. Get that wedged up. There we go. Little perseverance. Popped right off. These things are on with 100-mile-an-hour tape and screws, so they're on there tight. Look at that, huh? Hex spoiler, RS6, pretty cool. Old school A6 Quattro, has some nice condition Hellas on it. eBay says those are money. Looks like it was well loved from the back. Ouch. Another junkyard run and some more small but important scores, some trim, some switch bezels, and factory spoiler. You gotta be happy about that. 50 bucks. Custom Solomons. Dude, there's always so much stuff to have. And they're clean too. Scrapers. This guy's got like glue. All right, so another day and another beautiful junkyard. So I drove about 40 minutes north to Ogden to find this A6 V8. This is exactly what we're looking for. Turns out some of the parts, the exterior parts that I pulled from that other A6 are not really gonna work because of the fender flares and stuff on the V8 versions. Only V8 headlights and taillights and grill pieces work actually, so some of that stuff I bought was for nothing. The interior stuff is great. I thought this was gonna have the fog lights and the grille on it, the lower grille, but it didn't. But it did have some cool stuff like tail lights and some other things. We got a wheelbarrow full of it right here. There's Chaz staying out of the sun. So the A6 score, tail lights, which are nice. This rear panel, I'm not sure if the one I scored already is gonna work. This one's definitely off the V8, so this is gonna work for sure. Interior trunk trim, the carpeting stuff, that stuff is gonna be nice. Down in here we got some headlights. Someone broke the crap out of these headlights, but maybe you can still use the interior parts and the lenses. So I'm gonna see if I can get those. And I also got this little bit of the driver's side trim, just in case. That could be good. And a mass airflow sensor, that could be good. So it never ceases to amaze me when you go to the junkyards, like so many people without tools. I've lent out so many tools. The first junkyard visit, I lent out my socket set for a bit. Here, I had to lend out my flathead. Like as soon as I came in, someone was looking for a screwdriver. And this stuff just is insane to me. Like, people come with no tools or something. I mean, it's just a few Allen bolts on this side that need to be removed, and then this whole piece comes off. Instead, they just broke it right off like cavemen. And you know, same thing for the headlights. The headlights, like, were still here, but they'd broken all the mounts off the headlights. Just ridiculous. People are just thrashing things. But man, look at that body, yachty. This looks like a LA car. I'm not sure why. Because it has a Jordan sticker on the side. Oh, and a Raider Nation sticker. This is real performance when you paint not only your calipers, which don't seem to exist, but paint your uprights and your brake shield as well. Paint all that shit. Let them know. Anyway, junkyards are always funny. This is funny. It's kind of a gnarly gauntlet to get to the exit here. Everyone just kind of pulled up and dropped their wheelbarrows. Here's mine. Right, so that haul was 217 bucks. Well worth it for all those headlights and tail lights and the trim pieces, all that stuff. Good stuff. Another awesome digging in the junkyards. Junkin' is my life. Thanks again for watching. You know, like, subscribe, tell your friends, all those things. But mostly, be kind to your neighbors. Use your signals when you're driving. Try to respect other people's builds, because we're all here for the passion of the cars. And we'll catch you on the next one, friends.